Celebrating Pride Month. Do we have some nice, beautiful colors in this? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So this is an HP Autofeed Microcut shredder. And I'm gonna say that this shredder in the good, better, best is the best. This is 100 document. This is what you can do with this. We've got great, great color choices with it and tons of features, and it's from HP. I've got 5 flex pay, and the shipping and handling is absolutely free. And we've got, I love that these colors, it's so fun. So this is called Thistle. Thistle is a beautiful kind of purple color, and then next to it is eucalyptus. So it's in the kind of like a teal family. It's like a bluish color, light bluish, but it's called eucalyptus. And then this is that indigo, which is a great indigo navy. And then I'll go to the top. I've got black, obviously black and white, always popular. And then I have another blue color. It's called Surf Blue. And I don't think in the 15 years I've been here, Aaron, I've had to have assistants doing the colors of a shredder because they're so cool and they're so surf blue. And you know, it's just these great colors. You get them home. What you're gonna notice is how quiet it is, how many things you can shred without, you know, kind of without like one at a time. But Aaron Berger's our special guest, of course, who brings us so many items, including representing HP items here. But I mean, you certainly can get a less expensive shredder.
Sure.
But you can't get one this quality for this price.
You really can't. So HP is the #1 computer manufacturer in America.
Yeah.
HP is the #1 printer manufacturer in America. They have the top name, obviously, when it comes to home office. So we are so excited. We don't do it very often. We're not able to bring them in very often. I sell HP computers 8 times a week, probably, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
HP shredders, maybe a dozen times a year. So we're excited. This is a really, really special one. So let me kind of show you a couple things that are special about it. You would expect to be able to shred with the shredder, right?
That is so quiet.
That's pretty, it's really quiet. You've sold a lot of other brands of shredders,
I've sold a lot of shredders.
Right? Many more than I have.
Some of them sound like they're chewing each
like
piece of paper
they really,
really loud, yeah.
And notice, even when I'm putting together 2, 3, 4, you can put up to 10 sheets through the auto document feeder, okay? So that's #1. And you know what I'm gonna do? So we can get a better shot. I'm just gonna take this indigo and I'm gonna put this on the floor because I want you guys to be able to see what's going on here, because this is really where you can see the shredding happening. And because this is full micro cut shredding, I think that's really important. So up to 10 pages at a time in the what they call the bypass, or the manual bypass. But this is what changes everything. Up to 100 sheets go in the auto document feeder. So this means I don't care how much you have to shred. I don't care if you haven't shredded anything for the past 15 years, and we're gonna talk about why it's important to shred it in a minute. This, less than 2 seconds a page, absolutely cooks through it for you. And what are we talking about shredding? Well, let's just pop some more things in there and we'll kind of talk. It goes so fast. I have to start right away. Okay, financial information, utility bills, tax documents after 7 years, your junk, any of your personal information. If you have ever been the victim of identity theft, as many of our hosts have, and Marlo Smith tells stories that just terrify me. Years ago, she went through it, and man, it took forever to get everything straightened out. What this does is it makes you safer when it comes to protecting your identity. And it's not just Helen that thinks it's important that you do that. And it's not just me that thinks it's important that you do this. It's the federal government. And I'd love to show you guys this sort of right off the bat while we have all of our 6 beautiful colors from which to choose. The Federal Trade Commission says there are many steps consumers can take to minimize their risk of being an identity theft victim. For example, consumers should closely guard your social security number and shred charge receipts, shred copies of credit applications, and shred other sensitive documents. Many of us kind of take the easy way, just, you know, crumbling it up, throwing it in the garbage, and saying a little prayer. That's not the safest way. That's all good. The prayer part's good.
I will say I shred every day. There is not a day that goes by that either me, my husband or my daughter gets a credit card offer.
You get them all the time.
I get them all the time.
Literally every day.
If somebody grabs those out of your garbage and sends them in with a different, I mean, I'm just saying, I shred them all the time. I shred so many things. And I'll say that even if you're like going through all your papers, there's some things you don't want to crumple and put in the garbage. There's some things that are personal to you.
Right. Anything that has your address, well, personal to you, I'm sorry.
Personal to you can really mean so many different things.
Sure.
We're giving you things that the government is telling you to shred.
Your address, your social security number, anything that has a telephone number or a bank account, and that is so much of your mail that comes in.
Medical, but maybe it's something like you went through a weight loss program and it has like all your weights. I mean, I think of things that I wouldn't want everybody, but anything that you feel you don't want other people to know, that shredding it and the technology has changed over the years too.
So much
Shredding there used to be shredders where you could actually piece them together.
Do you know, that's a really good point. So let me show that. And then I want to talk about, do you know that you don't have to use lubrication sheets with it? No lubrication required.
Really?
So with many other shredders we've sold, we've said you have to buy lubrication. You do, that's one big thing about this. You know, the other really big different thing, this comes fully assembled. You don't have to assemble this, and it's on casters. You pop the casters in, and it only weighs 20 pounds. So you saw, I just picked one up and took it off the table, right?
This is really the best. I mean, good, better, best. This isn't the best.
Right? You don't have to do any maintenance on it. It comes pre-assembled and ready to go. It has the clear bin on the front, which is really nice, so you can see what you're doing. Let me show you one other thing, and then we'll do the brief history of shredding, as I like to call it, that Helen just alluded to. So check it out. Okay, I just put a couple pages in there. It's shredding. When you pull out the bin, this is a really nice safety feature. It automatically stops shredding. So those blades aren't moving, right? So no one could stick their finger in there, no one could get in there. And then when I just pop this bin back, it just has a little magnetic sensor. And when it senses that it's back in place, it starts shredding again. So that's another one of the really, really nice things about it. You'll see on all of the various shredders, and I'll just kind of show you here, you can pull these up, auto document feeders on all of them, but they fold down and out of the way. It weighs less than 20 pounds, doesn't need any sort of lubricating sheets, which is big. It's on casters. And I want to show you something I think you've probably never seen before, unless you've seen it on an HP shredder. You're gonna have to help me though. You ready?
Yeah.
You have to be my Vanna. Would you meet me in front of the table?
Okay.
You ready? No pressure.
No pressure.
Have you done this? Have we done this before?
No.
Okay. So you might not even know about this. Okay.
I don't know what you're doing.
This is such a cool. It seems like a little thing. It's such a cool feature. When it comes time to empty your shredder, ready? So kind of like they have on the really nice vacuum cleaner.
I was gonna say, my Dyson vacuum cleaner, I don't know if we're allowed to mention brands, has that kind of drop up. I just did.
So, I guess we are.
But it's my personal vacuum cleaner.
It's so much easier, right? So otherwise, you can kind of make a mess. You know, it can be a little bit messy when you go to dump it out. And then you have, and I am gonna go through sort of the technology, if you will, of the shredding right now. The
confetti.
Then you have the confetti to get rid of, to use as packing material, to use at a birthday party, whatever the heck it is you wanna do with it. But most importantly, none of your personal information is available to anyone that you wouldn't want to have your information any longer.
I love that. And you know what? Again, Aaron's right. We rarely have them in stock to do it. And of course, we don't like to do anything on here at HSN unless we can get you a deal on it. It is on sale. 5 flex pay on select items today. This is one of them. That's the most flex pay we ever do. Let me also mention, if you're like, gosh, I'd love that shredder, but $124, I think I can get somewhere less. Why don't I give you a $50 coupon? The biggest coupon we've done in the history of our network when you open and use an HSN credit card, a credit card for which there is no annual fee, and you can call up to get it, or you can go to hsn.com and put an HSN card in the search. You get a $50 coupon, and then you can take it off of this shredder. And this is today. Like, I've only seen this Black Friday, we did $50. And I mean, I'm not sure why today in June, it's not birthday month or anything, it's just today.
It's June.
You can get, it's June. It's my birth, the month of my birth, we're celebrating that. So $124.99, minus 50 if you have that coupon by opening an HSN card, but $25 in free shipping and handling. And I will say, as time goes on, using my shredder daily, the more you use it, the more you'll appreciate that you have a high quality shredder.
Well, that's just it. I mean,
I was going to ask if it does credit cards.
Yeah, so I'm popping credit cards in now, and you know, one of the things I'll point out, these credit cards are going through at the same time other paper is going through. You can really put in your full envelopes, because remember, this will do up to a 10-page stack. So this manual feeder that we have in front, up to 10 pages at a time. You have 100 pages shredding in the back. Oh, also I want to show you, here's another thing people often ask, what about staples? Let's see if I can get this in a shot. Yeah, there I can. I'm gonna just kind of load this. You'll probably never have this many staples in your page, but this goes right through staplers as well. You know, this is HP, and this is HP quality. So in the same way that we count on HP as the #1 inkjet printer in America, as the #1 computer manufacturer in America, we count on them for all of our office needs. And shredding is one of those things that I think a lot of us sort of put it at the back of our minds, or you know, don't do it every day. Once you start doing it, it's kind of hard to believe you ever didn't, right? I'm at the point now where I cannot imagine throwing things in the garbage that I used to throw in the garbage. It's not a good practice. And it's not, again, it's not just what Helen and I think. We'll show you again. The Federal Trade Commission. So this is, you know, recommended by our government entities. You're not supposed to just throw away your tax receipts or your credit card receipts or you know, any of that sort of personal information or financial information. The federal government says, particularly because identity theft is such a problem, there are many steps consumers can take to minimize their risk of being an identity theft victim. For example, consumers should closely guard your social security number. And here's how you do it. You shred your charge receipts, you shred copies of your credit applications, and you shred other sensitive documents. In the past, if you bought a shredder, you maybe weren't protecting yourself quite as completely as this shredder does. And this is why. Sort of in the even recent history of shredding, there was something called strip shredding, and you can still buy a strip shredder. And this is what a strip shred looks like. The problem with it is, even though you feel like you've shredded your information, there are still numbers, and there are still letters, and there is still alphanumeric information on there. Look, the people that work to steal your information, they work at that all day long, like it's their full-time job, just like we work all day long in our full-time jobs. They're really, really good at it. So just a couple of numbers, just a little bit of information is a problem. We got a little better when we went to something called cross-cut shredding, so it cut it in strips, and then it cross-cut it, and that's better, but again, still, there's little numbers and little letters and all of that available there. With the shredding that we do now, that this, not every shredder does, but this does full micro-cut shredding, and I'm just gonna pull this here, it obliterates, you know, it fully obliterates the information. So the information is gone, you are protected, your personal information is protected, your family's personal information is protected just by popping it in here.
Right, and all these amazing colors, it's on sale, it's free shipping. You're saving $16 just from getting the free shipping today. And then we also do 5 flex pay, just $25. Thank you, Aaron.
Such a pleasure.
I know you're popping in just for this, so it's so rare that we have this high-end shredder from HP, so what a treat. Item number 845555. I also want to mention summer dining. We're going to go to hsn.com, get ready for summer.